And welcome to episode 31 of the Beer Bullshit Show! I'm the host, Chris Bennett, and we've got a real fine cast tonight for our annual Oktoberfest show! Okay, I don't know if you've seen my Facebook message, but I'm really getting sick of this fucked up ALS ice bucket fucking fucked up challenge. All right. So what I'm doing tonight, okay, for every unique Oktoberfest that we present and drink tonight, our viewers, the 3 viewers that we have, all right, should donate $1 to antiwar.com.
Wow. That'll stop war. Suck it, Dick Cheney.
Hey, at least we're doing more honest work than Dick Cheney, okay? Come on.
Right.
I just thought of it while I was working yesterday, and I'm really sick of this ice bucket challenge. But anyway, on to we've got Scott tonight. We've got is Josh Aguilera?
No, Paul.
Paul.
Paul Aguilera. Sorry.
No,
Sorry, buddy.
I'm Josh now, man.
No,
Can I be Jose, please?
Hey, you could be. Hey, Paul, you could be anybody you want, man.
Pablo.
Hey, there you go. Let's start off with the new guy, Paul.
Actually, I thought this was happening Tuesday, and I just didn't get an invite, so I'm completely unprepared. What I'm drinking, though, is Great Lakes Brewing Company Elliott Ness. That's not an Oktoberfest brew, but I ruin everything. My bad.
It's okay, Paul. We'll forgive you this time.
I forgot my homework. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's see if anybody else got their homework done. Nick and Ruby!
Woo! That's me. I am drinking Spaten Oktoberfest.
That's my favorite.
So I haven't even tried it yet, so here's my first taste. Very good. Very caramelly. Actually, a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be.
Spaten is good.
There we go.
This is good. This is good.
Very good.
Very
I got Victory Fest beer.
Can you taste the victory?
Somebody victoried all in it.
Is it full?
It's very victorious.
Victory, and also it's not as good as Spaten.
Let me try.
It is good though.
I actually like it better. Whatever.
They're both good. This one's more earthy, and that one's more sweeter.
It's a winner? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's definitely a winner. You know, Spaten doesn't say anything about their beer, but Victory says about their beer, friendship and camaraderie, 2 keys to any festive event, and there's the beer. It should be full-bodied yet indefinitely smooth, seductively malty with a kiss of the hops for balance. This is our fest beer, painstakingly crafted from German malts, decoction brewed. Okay, there's one of those words I don't know how to say. For full flavor and carefully aged depth of character. Gather with your friends for a festive moment of victory. So, cheers! Victory!
Apparently, Spaten is...
Go! Skull! Or is it Prost? I forget. Oh, what? It's German, right? Prost.
Gross.
Prost.
So,
Prost.
apparently this isn't beer, it's malt liquor.
Billy D. Williams.
Woo!
All right, what about you, Jim?
All right, I have got the Kaiser. Okay, talk about it. Look at it. Look at that status douche on the.
That's my boy Wilhelm, man.
This is from Avery Brewing, the Kaiser Imperial Oktoberfest Lager. Okay, so it's what is it? It's like 9-something%, and the label on this one's kind of funny. Let's see if I can read it without spilling it. The Kaiser once said, "Give me a woman who loves brew, and I will conquer the world." If the Kaiser and his significant other had tipped this bottle, we'd all be Sprechen Sie Deutsch. We took, jokes about Germans conquering the world. I guess it never gets old. We took all that in. We took all that as good in traditional Oktoberfest, gorgeous, deep, copper sheen, massively malty backbone and spicy floral pungent, noble hops, then intensified each into this an Imperial Oktoberfest, brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, imported German specialty malted barley, noble German hops, and German lager yeast. And I don't know, I think it's brewed in vats made of like the skin of Jews and homosexuals. I don't know. But anyway, I that's not really fair. I know. Anyway, I put aside my regular IPA glass, and I do have the Stein out. So, Prost to Oktoberfest.
Prost.
All right.
And
Scott.
This is pretty good, I might say.
Yes, senor.
No, senor. No senors, man.
There's
What's going on?
You know exactly what I've been drinking on, man. First off, man, right here. Sam Adams Oktoberfest, definitely. I'm drinking it in the 1-liter Stein with lid. I always, Oktoberfest, I always give it up to the Oktoberfest lid cups. Oh, very nice, very nice. For those who don't know, I mean, there is a difference between the Oktoberfest styles and the Märzen style beers. Oktoberfests tend to be a little bit more on the sweeter side, more sugary, more caramel. The Märzen style beer, which was originally made for Oktoberfest, is supposed to lend itself more towards the maltier side of the beer. For those who don't know, you can go to Sam Adams and look up all the ingredients. A traditional Oktoberfest beer, by chance, it's supposed to be 6%, but here in America, we do big things, big, better, bad. I mean, look at this, an Imperial Oktoberfest at 9% now.
America.
America.
Well, what is the alcohol content of the Sam Adams Oktoberfest?
5.3% ABV.
So they would basically pour that on the ground in Munich.
Actually, I'll say this. In the Bavarian law, or the German purity law, Sam Adams was the very first beer ever accepted from the United States over there. Their beers, like for their Boston Lager, the Oktoberfest, are all nothing else. They're all following the purity law. They're using Tettnanger hops and Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops. It's a bottom fermenting lager. It's only 16 IBUs, and the malts that they use is Sam's 2-row pale malt blend, a Munich 10, Sam Adams Oktoberfest malt, and the Caramel 60. So it's all following just that purity law.
You're talking about Reinheitsgebot.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that meme where they're like, it shows like a marquee for a store in Germany, and they're like, "This is why Germans don't play Scrabble." It's like 20 letters long.
It's like Schadenfreude.
But I have a question about the Sam Adams. As you mentioned, for Oktoberfest, it should be a minimum of 6% alcohol, right?
Well, it should be at least up to maximum is 6%.
I think it's starting at 6%. Are you?
I know.
Somebody Google that. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Spaten 5.9.
How can we figure this out? Do we have any Germans in the audience that I haven't offended with my intro? Let's see.
Hold on. I think Gus might be part Schnauzer. Let me ask him. Gus! He doesn't know.
I swear that dog is going to steal the show.
He's a German Jew. It's different. It's different.
Well, anyway, while we're discussing that, the host extreme, okay.
What are you drinking, Chris?
I'm drinking Capital Brewing Oktoberfest. It's a 5.5, and it says the mother of all seasonal beers. Capital Oktoberfest is a true to this traditional style with a fiery amber hue and rich malty overtones that dominate the flavor. So I guess right now we've introduced what 5 different Oktoberfest beers.
Looks it.
So if you're keeping track at home, all right, if you want to donate, that's $5.
And want to donate.
I hate to break it to Angela Keaton, but I think we only have 4 Oktoberfest beers here.
Well, I'm donating because I failed, so you know. I'm
Donald Rumsfeld is laughing at you.
I'm laughing at him.
I can go one further
He's going
because
straight to hell.
if I finish this, I can actually bring in the Oktoberfest from Great Lakes.
Now you're talking.
We got one of those in the house, too. Maybe 2.
I just opened this left hand.
Left hand's pretty good, man.
Left hand Oktoberfest. It might be the best one.
I got 4 other ones in the fridge, so.
Incredible.
And an answer to your question, as for alcohol percentage, it's between 5.8 and 6.3%.
Aha. So really, mine doesn't qualify. So there you go. It's mislabeled.
You know, this Hand Brewing says it's actually a Marzen lager. Isn't that what you were talking about, Scott?
Yes. That's why most people sit there and say, you know, Marzen is a general line for the Oktoberfest, but you know, when you look right down into it, and if you go by categories, the Marzen style and the Oktoberfest both fall in the same category, but the Oktoberfest seems to be a little bit more sweeter, more sugar added to it, and a bigger caramel flavor.
I like the left hand. They're pretty good.
Yep. It's good in my Avon fish mug.
You know, I think technically the Spaten is the only one that could be served at Oktoberfest in Munich, because
they're one of the sponsors.
Well, and from what my understanding is that you have to be brewed like in Munich to be served at that Oktoberfest. So I think we're all kind of, you know, hopeful, but the Spaten I think is probably the only real deal we have here.
It's 5.9.
So
I'm still trying
qualifies.
I'm still trying to find Paul Anner, but I haven't seen it yet. That's why
we have the Paul Anner. We have the Paul Anner down here.
It's not up here yet.
We just got it in last week.
Nick and I did this thing where we went. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying that I went to Benny's earlier and I picked out 6, and then he picked out 6, and 2 of our 6 were the same, and then apparently I've screwed up and 4 of mine are pumpkin beers, not Oktoberfest. I was like, oh, well, So anyway, there's still plenty of beer in the house.
Well, at the end of September, we're doing a pumpkin beer show, too, so.
Those beers aren't going to last till the end of September.
Yeah, they will.
There's plenty of pumpkin beers out there, and they're all gonna last at least until November. So
They're not going to last in my fridge
No.
until.
no, you'll have to get more, obviously, but still.
Right, I've already ran through Southern Tier's Pumpkin, Southern Tier's Warlock, Sam Adams Fat Jack. I've already ran through some of the good ones.
We've had a couple of good ones too already.
We got an awesome cider too.
Yeah, I got a pumpkin cider. So.
It's in the fridge still, isn't it?
Yeah.
That shit is good.
Are you talking about the bomber you got?
Yeah.
Oh.
We went
yeah.
to this weekend here in town. There was the Brugula, which is a charity event they have every year, and it's a big beer tasting thing. And we went, and I tried 60 beers.
Me too. We're talking about racking up on the Untapped badges.
Yeah, I got 9 badges.
Nice.
Somebody also got a little drunk.
How do you
Yeah.
drink 60 beers? I wouldn't even know how to approach that.
I said I tried 60 beers.
Tried. They come in this. This is actually. I've got some liquor in here right now, but this is actually the glass it comes in. So it says Brugula, and they give you like a full little cup of beer.
Like 2 ounces?
4 ounces.
Yeah, it's 4.
Now,
Um,
did you finish all 60?
No, we split them mostly.
No. By split them, he means I tasted them because I was driving. So I was like,
She only drank 45 because she was driving.
well, and then when I
Pretty
got
much.
some independently, I'd taste it and hand it to him. So, yeah, he probably drank 60. And then we had repeats, so we had like,
Well, we used 60 punches. I guess that's not fair. Because some beers were 2.
Okay.
So,
I'm a little disappointed, Nick. I thought you were going to be wearing lederhosen for this show, and that Ruby would be like dressed as St. Pauli girl.
you know
But-
what? I really want that freaking outfit. I'm not kidding. Like, I would like dress up and like be like, I done cleaned the house, my love.
But only if Nick wears lederhosen. Okay, that's only fair.
Please,
I wear
please,
lederhosen
can we redo
every
this? Can we redo the show, please, for that, please? Not for that, please.
Don't worry. If I get the outfit, chances are it'll be on the show.
So, a couple of takeaways from the Brugula. We had the Abbott 12 and the Prior 8, and those are fucking awesome.
They were delicious.
Like, probably the best beers there.
Yeah.
What else? I had a couple of good chili beers. I had Rogue Farms Beard Beer, which was really good.
Yes, it is.
And
Is it a beard yeast in it?
Yes.
Why
it
not?
does.
Why not?
Is that like something that's off a sloth's back? Like, is that like a sloth back kind
No,
of
that's
growth?
moss.
Yeah, only it's a brewer who's like,
Just-
like it's a guy hanging around, but it is kind of, I don't know if they probably don't like being called sloths, but yeah, that's kind of it.
Probably.
So the other giant takeaway was this Radler from Stiegel out of Austria. That shit is
that?
awesome.
What is it?
It's a grapefruit lager Radler.
Right.
Fucking delicious. And like Chris, Yvonne would love this. Yvonne, I mean,
I don't know about that.
well, if she likes fruit, grapefruit, I don't know.
Well,
Doesn't really
she did like the Amstel Light Rattler that was out, so she might like that.
This is beer with fruit soda. It's a malt beverage. It's not, I don't know, but it's fucking delicious. So this is like a go-to for people who don't drink beer. It doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like grapefruit soda.
That sounds similar to Six Point Brewery has one out that's the exact same thing. It's a grapefruit Rattler, and it was nasty.
This one's really good.
This is so good. I mean, it honestly is. And like, I reviewed a grapefruit beer on here one night, and it was disgusting. It was really, really bad. But this is actually very fruity. Like you don't get any. It's not bitter. Like sometimes grapefruit can have that bitter, but it's not bitter at all. It's like all the good parts of grapefruit.
Plus, it's an import, so it's only $10.
No, it was only $7.99.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It was $7.99 for 4, but they're big. They're big.
Yeah, they're
big.
Pint cans.
They'd be something that would be awesome to take to the beach all day, or out by the pool, or on a picnic with people who were worried they wouldn't drink beer or something. So
I never worry if the people I'm with don't drink beer.
I'm just saying, I told you my mom would like it. I was like, my mom would like that. My mom doesn't like beer, but
whatever, it was delicious.
It was delicious.
Interesting.
So.
Also, drinking out of a stein with a lid kind of sucks.
What is that to keep the flies out in Munich, or what's the purpose of the lid? Somebody
Pretty
tell me.
much it. I mean,
What's the lid for?
It does. It keeps everything out of what you want to drink. I mean,
So I think roofies are a big problem at Oktoberfest, right?
They're a big problem for everybody.
Somebody's come up with some new nail polish that detects date rape drugs. So if you're a woman and you're at the bar, you just stick your finger in your drink, and if it changes color, then there's roofies in it. Fuck.
Fuck you.
I think it's brilliant. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction's taking place, or if you want that in your drink, but it's better than the consequences. So.
I thought it was pretty ingenious. I guess I don't have the article right here right now. My computer's kind of far away. I don't feel like typing. Is my point. So but apparently it was funded by some company who likes to fund engineers to actually create things that are fucking useful rather than bullshit things. And these guys won that shit with the roofie fingernail polish. So I think that's pretty genius. Better than being raped.
The next episode of the Beer Bullshit Show should
program
actually involve beer.
Everybody talked at once. Paul?
We probably should
Repeat what you said.
and test this. Just saying.
Who has roofies?
Her? I don't know. Pardon me.
Let me go online and search for where to buy roofies.
Pardon me, she has roofies in her now. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? Isn't just the lid on your stein a little bit easier than fancy fingernail polish? And what? I think I'm going to teach that to Dorothy. Dorothy, you're going to college. Keep a lid on your stein, okay?
You need to 3D print a lid that fits on an Imperial 20-ounce chink here.
Like a big sippy cup.
Yeah, exactly.
This strategy assumes that all date rapists are complete idiots. They're like, oh my god, it has a lid on it. How do I get around it?
Well, isn't that true? I mean,
we gotta completely rethink the strategy, man. They put lids on it. I'm tapped out for tonight. I have to go home.
I'm gonna go home and just never mind. I'm not that drunk yet.
Then they go they get out charts, graphs, easels, whiteboards. They're drawing little pictures all right, so there's a lid, right? There's arrows pointing into it. How do we get past it? I can't figure it out.
Well, they haven't figured out that all you have to do is buy flowers. Roofies cost more.
I put
Flowers.
yeah, I just tried not being a total jackass, and it's probably work better. So.
No, I mean, she fell for it, so I don't know what happened there. But,
I'm not right now, so.
Paul, can you introduce your significant other there?
Nope.
She's incognito? Okay.
No, this is Catherine.
Hi. very quiet.
She didn't even know this was happening. I wasn't completely sure this was happening. But I said, I was like, hey, do you want to be on like a webcast? And she said, yeah. So, cool.
Everybody has their break into media at some point in their life. You know, it's like, what was your first big opening? You know, a lot of people say, well, I was on the Tonight Show in 1974. Nope, Beer and Bullshit was your big break.
Stuff online recently. She wouldn't really go deeper into that. But
That's bullshit.
Everybody's position, man. They always want to go deeper.
Speaking of this, I was outside vaping my e-cig at work today, and it's not tiny, and there were a couple of other people that are like new e-cig users that were out there, and they came around the corner, and it was a guy and a girl. They're just like coworkers, and she walked by and was like, "Oh, he's got a huge one too."
Nick, please tell me instantly you were like, yeah, and I smoke an e-cig.
No, I said that's what she said.
What did she say?
She turned completely red and was like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean that," and then ran away.
I like ones like this because they fit right here. So like I go to the garden or I'm mowing the yard and I'm mowing the yard. What do you mean? No, I'm covered in a rash that is exacerbated by heat. I haven't mowed the yard, but when I do mow the yard, this is where and then I'm like, oh yeah, back to mowing the yard again. But it fits perfect. It's awesome. It's like Molly Ringwald in the lipstick. Only if there were like something underneath it, I could just, then whatever.
Just use a shelf one to lift him up a little higher while she's mowing the grass.
Yeah, exactly. Just needed. Never mind.
She's like, "Yep, I'm getting my grass mowing bra on." Everybody has an outfit for everything. She's got one to mow the grass in.
Hey, did you guys see that 99 pack of beer that was? Some people had shared that on the internet. There's a 99 pack of a beer in Austin. Did you see that one? Austin Beer Works Peacemaker comes in a 99 pack.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I saw that. In fact, I'm friends with both Sheldon Richmond's daughters, on Facebook, and Jennifer Amaker posted that on my Facebook, and she said, "You need to move to Austin just for this."
No, you don't, because it's crappy beer. If you, I checked it out on Beer Advocate or whatever. Evidently, it's pretty watery yellow, piss. But hey, you get 99 of them, so
I'll take 100 tacos for $100.
That's like should you get $100 $3 hooker bots or one $300 hooker bot?
I'm going with the $300 hooker bot. Thank you very much.
I only got one Wang.
I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not, when I went up to Three Floyds a couple weeks back. I wish I would have had the $40 to get the case of zombie dust, because because I could have sold a 6-pack of it down here for about $20.
Yeah.
Easy.
Actually,
$20.
To interject really quick, me and Nick were talking about this like last week. It's great that you guys like Three Floyds. One of the brewers, one of the Floyds, if you will, is actually my ex-wife's cousin, and my mom lives in Crown Point, Indiana, which isn't too far from Hebron, Indiana, where they live. But also Three Floyds is in that area. I go back up there like twice a month. So let me know what you want. I'll see if I can pick some stuff up.
Three Floyds is awesome.
Three Floyds is awesome.
Dark Lord. Alpha King.
Nick's
Gumball,
name,
Gumball Head.
You guys
I
like,
think
oh,
out
now,
of the main line-
oh, get out now.
Out of the main line, Gumball Head's pretty much one of the only ones that I haven't had.
That's the one
The
I-
Gumball Head. I had the Gumball Head, Scott, and it was. I'll have to say it right now. With the exception of what Jim Bab just sent. All right. In the beer mail today. Okay. The Gumball Head's probably my favorite beer I've had this year.
Hey, did you try the Abner yet? The Hill Farmstead?
oh my
in the
God.
No, not yet.
Don't wait too long because it's already been in the growler for like a week, so it really needs to get drunk.
Okay.
And it's probably the best beer I've had this year. I don't know how it's endured, being a week in a growler, but if it hasn't gone flat, I think you'll be pleased. It's pretty epic brew.
If I had to throw out the best one that I've had all year so far, I'd have to throw out their Dark Lord 2014.
And what kind of beer is that?
Dark Lord is a Russian Imperial Stout. It's brewed in, I think it's like 14%, 15%. But this year it was actually made with coffee from a coffee company called Dark Matter Coffee. And it was to die for. I mean, you got the big Russian Imperial Stout flavors, and you got a nice big roasted coffee bean that kind of was almost a little bit of an espresso flavor.
Where do we get it? Where is it
You
available?
only get Dark Lord one day a year at the Dark Lord event at the brewery.
In Chicago.
No, it's in Indiana.
Indiana, yeah.
And also, you have to buy tickets to go wait in line to see if you get to get.
There was the bottle for this year.
Oh, God. How long did you have to wait in line?
I didn't. I actually bought this from somebody who went.
Oh, got ya.
Yeah. It was like just that good. I mean, when he was like, I guess while you're there, you can actually get like your tickets. They have like once you go in, they'll hand you a golden ticket, and you do a scratch off. And if your scratch off holds like a special medallion on it, like a medallion symbol, you can go up and get like special things that they have on tap or special bottle releases from like vintage years of either Dark Lord or special bottle editions of Dark Lord that they've like barrel aged, etc., etc.
It's crazy.
Nice.
It's crazy because, you're talking about this, and the whole time you're talking about this, I'm looking at Paul and Catherine, and I'm thinking, like, what's more interesting, the Dark Lord thing, which was really interesting, or the tickle fight, or whatever the hell was going on back there. The tickle fight, I'm not sure. I was... yeah.
I forget you guys can see us when we're not talking.
Oh, no.
Don't pick your nose!
Next thing you know, you see.
Yeah, I know. I was like...
This is a family show. It's a family show.
He's putting up a screen now. So does this mean y'all are, never mind.
Again.
There could be a job.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Looks
thinking, like, what's going on behind that wall? Tear down that wall!
He's like, we're gonna put this down now, so.
Just please leave it up, actually. Yeah.
Well,
I told you we were...
I'm opening up a new Oktoberfest. This one's from Central Waters. It's the Oktoberfest Lager.
This one?
Yep. That one.
I just poured this Great Lakes.
Oh, crap.
Nice.
Oh, crap.
Paul went back in time.
Like, Paul's looking good there for a second.
All right. Yeah.
Look, he's turning red.
I'm turning brown,
Yeah,
Nick.
I like to fight.
Turning dark brown.
I don't know. Her cheeks are very rosy red right now.
Oh, she is.
There she is. She's like, I don't know, Mom. You can always tell first timers.
Okay. Okay, so have y'all heard of the Synac draft system? It's like a mini draft dispenser for your countertop. Has anybody heard of this?
No.
Nick kickstarted it, so we're getting one.
Yep.
And what it is it's a vacuum sealed bag that has a port on it that has an adapter that fits right into the spout of any draft system. And anywhere, like you can just stick it up in there and pull the handle and it fills the bag with
It's a
beer.
growler bag,
It's
and
a
it's got a
double growler.
countertop cooler that you put it in, and yeah, it's fucking sweet.
And so, like, you can go anywhere and take your own bag, but there are places that they're, like, local craft breweries that are going to, like, supply bags as well, like, that have signed on for part of the Kickstarter.
Like people like Great Lakes and Bell's are going to be distributing beer in these growler bags.
How many liters are in a bag?
It's a gallon.
It's 2 growlers.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's 2 growlers full, and because no air ever touches it, it's just like it was poured fresh from the tap. So they were talking about even, like, shipping them and ordering them, like, online and stuff. So
And it's carbonated in there, so you don't have to have a CO2 system. And they say the beer can last. They call them a cartridge, but really it's like a foil bag. I don't know what you call it.
It
It's
looks
like
like
a
a
plastic
foil
foil bag.
Oh, this sounds brilliant. I love this
Yeah.
kind of innovation.
Sounds kinda like
Finally.
the bags
you know?
that they use for the military food.
Yeah, pretty much. And like they call them a cartridge, and you can technically use them more than once, but they're only $1, and they recommend
not using them more than once.
right.
Right. Just use it and then toss it.
So you
this
don't have to
sounds
clean
like, see, this it'd be great for something like Hill Farmstead. You know, they don't want a bottle, they don't want to do cans. They're spending all day long filling growlers, and people
Right.
are driving them. They're shipping them all over the country after filling these growlers, right?
Right.
Something like that. You could fill a couple of those and actually enjoy them, presumably for a lot longer, because there's
Yeah.
never any air getting in there.
Right. And
Exactly.
if they have like that foiled shininess to them, it would reflect the light, so the light source wouldn't be a problem.
So you have the ability to put shit on screen. Did you find it? It's SYNEK.
Can't you store more than 1 beer in the coolers here?
I don't know, but you don't have to use a bag until it's gone. You can swap it out and put something else in right away, like keep them in the fridge or whatever.
So you don't have to have the same beer all the time. So if you're like, oh, I'd like some, Hill Farmstead tonight, and I'd like some Great Lakes right now, then you can just take the one bag out and put the other bag in, and it suffers no consequence because there's never any air entering the bag.
I just did a Google image search for Synac. I did not get what I thought I was going to get. I don't know what this.
That's scary.
What the hell is this? Somebody try it and tell me what the.
SYNEK.
Yeah, try a Google image search and see what you get. I have no idea where these people are from.
The image search?
Yeah.
Well, I also punched in Synac draft system, but
Now just do Synac and see what it says.
my computer's being really, really slow right now.
Wow, look at that! It's got like a real tap and everything. It's like just sits right there and it chills it as it comes out. Is that, or does it keep it cold inside?
It's like
It's like a mini fridge. I have no idea what the shit
Oh my
this
God. Babies with mascara? What the? Oh my God! What the hell?
I don't know what the hell it is.
You people
Yeah. Yeah, Jindab, that's scary.
They're gonna have to do some social media fixing.
I love the idea.
We'll let
So I bought into it, and they
How
had
much
a
was it?
guarantee, what, $300. But they said that at any point in time, either now or after it ships in March, they'll give you your money back if you don't want it.
No, that's not bad. You get an instant refund if you just decide you don't want it.
Yep.
I'm posting the link in the side there if anybody wants to check out their Kickstarter. They have some really hilarious videos, actually.
Yeah.
So like they're really hilarious. I don't know, and even they have an outtake video, which is even more hilarious. Like we seriously spent like an hour and a half there laughing our asses off. So, you know, when you're bored, you want to check it out. Hit those links and see what's up. Oh, Chris fell out.
Chris fell out.
Tends to do that.
Yeah, last time we did this and we just all stayed here, he came back and the show was still live. So let's just talk about some other bullshit.
Me and him did a show like what was it, end of last month, and it was just a Sunday show, and we were going on fine for about 2 hours, and all of a sudden he disappeared. He didn't come back. I was just like, well, I'm gonna end this now, so because I'm just gonna sit here and talk to myself.
He's got that Walmart internet.
Well, it don't come with a happy smile.
No, it doesn't. No yellow sticker, smiley face.
Right. They're slashing the prices on something.
You know, this reminds me of the video that's like, there's like a news report, it's like an Onion kind of a thing, and it's like, today, some bullshit happened. And then they pan to like a video of a bear running through the town, and they're like, so we found this lady who, you know, saw what was going on, and she was like, oh my god, I looked out my window, and there was this bullshit happening, and I was like, what the hell is this bullshit?
We should do an entire show like that, where it's just, you have to say everything like you're reading it off of a teleprompter, or like news announcement. Like, today, what happened? I came home. I felt like a piece of shit. I hate my job. Back to you, Bob. P.S. Also, this just in, it gonna rain. Back to you, Steve.
Hold that magazine up again.
What, this one? It's actually not a magazine. It's something I got in the mail. But yeah, this one.
Yeah, that!
I've obviously folded it so the critical parts are showing. And by critical parts, I mean, look, 100% of everything. Don't focus on this. 100. 100. What? No.
But is it good for mowing your lawn in? That's what we really need to know.
Right, there we go.
Actually, you know, it chafes really. I mean.
Where is that a coupon to? Bergner's?
Actually, I don't know. I've just been playing with it. I don't know how I get this.
Yeah, he just let you know. He's been playing with it for a little while, so, I mean, step back.
That's why I put the screen up.
Right.
Don't mind me. I love this show. It's Ari, A-E-R-I-E.
I'm going to throw that to the side for later.
Yeah. I'll be back with you in a minute. You stay right where you're at.
Don't test those roofies either, bitch.
Stop it, please. Oh, God.
Let me nestle up against you so they don't realize.
My dog doesn't find any of this hilarious, by the way.
Dog's like, dude, this shit's boring. I'm going to go to sleep.
Dogs are kind of like that. Does your dog have a bedtime?
No, actually, matter of fact, he's an asshole. Let me tell you.
Wow.
His bedtime was I wake, and he starts to get active right when I'm trying to go to sleep.
That's awesome.
So
That's
like,
awesome.
I'll be lying down in bed, and he's like, "Oh, now it's time to go in the living room and chew whatever I can find. Delicious."
Be lucky you got a dog instead of a cat, because cats in the middle of the night just tend to hack up hairballs.
I had a cat,
You'll be
like,
sitting there sleeping, and all of a sudden, all night long, and you're like, "What is that?"
There's a demon in the house. Call someone.
Wake up in the middle of the night, step on the cat's tail, and meow.
So yeah, Friday I get to leave for Indianapolis, and Friday I leave for Indianapolis, and I'll be there for 1 day and a night, and then I leave for Florida for like 3 weeks, so that'll be fun.
Hell
Nice,
yeah, what are you doing in Florida?
I won't. It will not be fun actually. I'm gonna be working, converting Cisco phone stuff.
We're at Florida.
Northport, Port Charlotte, Fort Myers area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to live in St. Pete.
Okay. So, I mean,
Hey, I had something I wanted to say about cats. I know that's like like we need a time machine to go backward, but anyway, my point about cats was my most recent cat was a really kind of different cat than all the other cats I'd had before, and her favorite thing to do in the middle of the night. Her name was Whisker Biscuit, by the way, and I'll admit to my naivety, like when I named her that, I didn't realize that was a nickname for a female part until I told somebody. And they,
wait.
Which part are you talking about?
She named her pussy Whisker Biscuit, damn it.
I named my pussy Whisker Biscuit. There you go, exactly. And but anyway, her favorite thing to do to me in the middle of the night, because she was the only cat I've ever let sleep in my bed. Her and my dog slept in the bed together with me. Is for some reason in the middle of the night she just thought my face was the place that she needed to lay down on top of, and so I can't tell you how many times I would have a
thing to go.
It was just like, you know, my face looked like a pillow or something. I don't know, and so she.
You know, we've all been there. You go to sleep, you wake up, there's a Whisker Biscuit on your face. It happens.
Right.
It happens.
Most of the time I was dreaming, because I'd be sound asleep and she'd do this, and I would dream that I was being suffocated, and I'd wake up with like cat ass in my face, you know, like a curled up cat,
Pussy
like
ass.
pussy right on my face. So,
I have a reoccurring
yeah.
dream where I wake up freaked out because I'm being suffocated by a pussy myself, so I mean, whatever.
And you act like that's a bad thing.
Right.
I can't breathe, man.
I mean, I personally, my cat was my favorite cat, and it was like I got him when I was 17. I lived in a ghetto part of like Nastyville, Ohio. And
Can you be more specific?
Nope.
right. I mean, it was just like
That sounds like all of Ohio, in my opinion.
right, pretty much. But I mean, how do you feel walking out your door in the morning, calling your cat, and there's like just random people walking along, and you're sitting there going, "Hey, black ass, come on back in the house." Yeah.
I'm sure that went over great.
Cat's name real quick. He was like, "Why in God's name did you name the cat Black Ass?" I turned the cat around and was like, "What color is his ass?"
Black.
Right. I mean, she was like, "No, we're just gonna call him Salem." I was like, "Oh, how generic."
I had a cat named Mailbox.
Nice.
I had a dog named Larry because he reminded me of this old homeless guy named Larry.
I don't think my beer is strong enough to really appreciate the level of humor we're at right now. It's
What
only
happened to Paul?
I'm only drinking a 9% bomber. Come on.
Only.
You know what? I'm going to say that I really don't care for Oktoberfest beer. Not a fan.
Not my favorite.
You know, it's been like 215 years since Oktoberfest was invented, and I think beer has sort of evolved beyond this. So, sorry, Munich. It's not my favorite style. Although, you know, this, you know, at least Avery gave it a kick.
Oh, okay. No,
Like,
Hearing a lot of weird beeps. What's going on there? Okay.
Paul's iPad died, and he has to go to work in 30 minutes anyway. So he said he was coming back. So anyway, I guess y'all can all see that. I need another beer.
We got to get Garrett and Annie back. What are they? How long is their vacation gonna last? That's you know, claiming he has work or something. I don't buy that.
something about Justin.
He has to be at work earlier in the morning or something. Some bullshit like that.
Is that
We could
that doesn't fly?
24 hours. What happened? What you do?
Pinch my
Like, do you think Garrett's at home not drinking right now?
No.
Right. You think Garrett's at home going, yeah, I got to get up early. I better not be drinking tonight. That doesn't.
No.
I can't believe that's happening. So he might as well be on the show.
Seems like it.
I mean, they're welcome to come back on anytime. So you know.
All
God.
right. Let's put a little pressure on there. So you know, I can give a report on my Vermont beercation, which I recommend that everybody take. A beer vacation to Vermont is highly rewarding. I only had a couple days in Vermont on my way home, so my first stop was to try to pick up some Heady Topper. So, you know, and this is a ridiculous game you got to play now since they closed their retail shop. So you go to their website, and it was on a Monday. So you say, okay, who's selling it on a Monday? And like, okay, and luckily the website is kind of built for this. So you see all the vendors that get their shipment on Monday. Then there's like 3 indicated that say they sell cases. So like at around 8 o'clock in the morning, I called all 3 of them. First one was like, I said, hey, can I reserve a case of Heady Topper? They're like, oh, well, hell no.
Right.
Just, you know, of course you're not going to do that. They said, but our truck gets here between 11 and 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, well, I had a, so, all right. So I called the next one. It's farther away. He's like, said, can I get some Heady Topper? Like, well, it's here now. If you come over now, you can get it. I said, well, I'm like 3 hours away. They're like, oh, sorry. So, but I did go to the first place. Got there around 1 o'clock. There was this is like a regular liquor store now, okay? I walk into the store. There's like 50 people in line, like snaking through the store aisles.
I seen your post about that.
Waiting for the truck to arrive, okay? So, anyway, so I get in line, wait for about an hour, and the truck arrives, and, I guess maybe my total time spent was about an hour there. And Christina and I were each able to grab 1 case, which was, I thought pretty fortunate. Only spent an hour in line, got 2 cases. But what a ridiculous game. I mean, I can't believe they had to close the retail shop because the busybodies in Waterbury were like, you've got too much traffic. Your business is too successful for our downtown. Blah, blah, blah. These freaking Vermont commies really piss me off. But anyway, that worked out well. Then I realized Hill Farmstead is closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I was like, oh crap. So anyway, hit Hill Farmstead up on Wednesday morning before driving back to PA. Got there about an hour before it opened. There was like 10 people in line in front of me. Got out in total of about an hour and a half maybe. That wasn't too bad, and they let me fill 7 growlers. So I was like, okay. Well.
Oh yeah. And so, can I ask you, what are Dorothy and Violet doing for that period of time?
Carrying growlers. No. Kidding. Just hanging out, putting up with Dad, and before that, I'd stopped at a couple breweries on the way down. Maine Beer Company in Lewiston, Maine. Man, they brew some frickin' good shit at Maine Beer Company, but it's only available in these 500 milliliter bottles. Pretty expensive, and their better ones are pretty rare. So, but they do have a decent distribution for some of their beers. So it might be available in Illinois. They said, yeah, there's one place we ship to in Pennsylvania. I have to look into. Maine Beer Company's basically was my favorite beer this summer. I was drinking that a lot. And then went to Baxter Brewing. Baxter Brewing is I'm sorry, Maine Beer Company's in Freeport, Maine. It was Baxter that's in Lewiston. And I drank some. It was really cool. It's very low key. No lines, no hype, none of that bullshit. And I go in there and there's like this small little like tasting bar set up, and like two locals are sitting at this little bar drinking, and I just sort of belly up next to these guys, and we start just talking about beer and stuff, and they work down the road. Well, and I realized they have these 4 special taps of 10-gallon experimental brews that they make, just to try out weird recipes. And I had a coconut almond porter, which was outstanding. And then had a green tea beer, which imagine a green tea beer. Anyway, I would never have sought these things out, but it was actually excellent. They told me about a Gorp flavored beer that was like made with peanut butter. They do some creative stuff at Baxter Brewing. Not a bad brewery at all.
We have a peanut butter porter over here. Oh shoot, what brewery is that? We've got a couple of them that actually do a peanut butter cup porter. It's one company used to actually buy up a ton of peanut butter cups, Reese peanut butter cups, and use that in their brew.
Why not?
It was amazing.
There's some good creative stuff going on, but I'm telling you, between Southern Maine and Vermont, there are so many wonderful breweries to visit. I don't know what's up with New Hampshire. New Hampshire's like this sort of like beer desert in the middle between Maine and Vermont, but they need to get their act together in New Hampshire, in my opinion. There's a couple, but I'm not sure why. I think there's some pretty screwed up state laws or something that are just making it hard on breweries. But
I just recently saw a list of the United States ranked according to #1 places to buy craft beer. I wish I could find that article again. I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah, I saw that too. What was #1? Was it like Oregon or something like that?
#1 was Oregon. Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what? I have to. I got to go out west now. It sounds like. I think Vermont was #6 or something. It was pretty high up. Pennsylvania didn't do too badly either.
No, Pennsylvania did really well. New Hampshire did really bad though. New Hampshire was like
good.
Just surprising. Wisconsin was pretty high.
Colorado was pretty high.
Illinois was like 13.
Yeah, Illinois was pretty high.
So
but that's only in Chicago.
My next trip up to Boston, I got to stop into PA to get. I've been looking for the Yard Series beer for their Patriot Series.
Patriot from Yards?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you come? Yeah, come visit us. Coming up.
Yeah, I can't. It's like I've been over into Sharon because I'm on like the eastern. I'm like an hour away from Sharon, PA, and it's like I go over there and it's like PA law just sucks for selling beer.
Yeah, it does.
Like, dude, seriously, I go over there and they're like, "Oh no, you can't buy this by the 6-pack. You got to buy it by the case."
Right. Unless you go to a different place and they're like, "No, we don't sell cases. We can only sell 6-packs, but no more than 2 at a time."
Right.
And like, come on.
And they have to be able to. They have to be a food vendor to be able to sell like single big bottles, like the Bombers, or to serve beer there. There was one guy I heard. I can't remember if he was between Sharon and Erie, PA. He was the only thing he did was sell craft beer. He would only allow craft beer into his store, but in order to sell other than cases, he was told that he had to be a food vendor. So what'd he do? He bought up a hot dog wheelie and started making some hot dogs. And supposedly that's one of the best places on my side of PA that they can get them. I'm like, dude, forget that. I said, I want to go over all the way over. I said, because I hear that you guys over there on that side of PA have some killer beer.
Oh my God! Come on out, man. Come on out.
Wasn't it New York? I think was the state that had. It was on that list, but it said that they were not allowed to craft brew beer unless they made a certain percentage of their sales in food, which is why all the breweries have to sell food. And so that's why New York was low on the list, is because they were limited in their craft brew sales because the people had to also run a restaurant.
Well, you know what I'm encouraged by is the fact that people are starting, I mean, the governments themselves are starting to recognize this tourism industry of beer. And Vermont has totally embraced it. They're like, you know, like their tours, I think I got an email from like the Vermont Tourism Board. No, it was, you know what it was? It was the Maine Tourism Board. Somehow I got on their mailing list for the Maine like state tourism board.
Right.
And I got one of their promotional emails was about beer tourism in Maine. And these are, you know, and like how you can come to Maine and visit these breweries and you can schedule a whole trip around it. They're starting to see a value in having a thriving craft beer market. So, you know, the parasites are you know, have figured out that this could be a viable host. So I think they're going to start allowing it more.
You know, the county we live in is so ridiculous. They won't allow you to have a happy hour.
The whole state.
No, it's not the whole state. No, it's not.
What?
No, it's not the whole state. They have them in Champaign. It's just our county is retarded.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No happiness. Happiness is banned here, especially for an hour. No way. No, not going to happen.
I'm going to run for county czar and see if we fix all that.
Just forget it, man. Just run for mayor.
Just run on a platform of happy hour. You know,
happy hour and fuck the red lights. That's my thing.
Yeah, the red lights.
You can do like campaign fundraisers that are like happy hour fundraisers, and you're like, fuck it. You show up at 5 o'clock, and you know it's $2 drafts and half price appetizers.
That on a Kickstarter program.
Yeah, they totally like they're allowed to have food specials. But if they have a drink special, it has to be all day long for everyone. Can't be like there's this place here called Medici, and they used to have a thing called Wednesday Warriors. And if you came to Wednesday nights and drank, and you got your card punched 10 times, you got a T-shirt, and then you got a larger glass.
You got to drink out of imperial pints instead of the pint glass.
And they got fined $500, like, what was it? $500, but it was $500 per every infraction for like a couple of years or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Well, listen, like, come on. We can't have bars giving out whatever size glasses they feel is appropriate. I mean, come on, you know, baby steps. You know, let's you know, that's a little bit of extreme to suggest that a bar could just serve any size glass they feel that they want to serve to anybody at any time. That's just crazy. That's crazy talk.
Anything more than 12 ounces, man, people are going to start getting crazy.
Like the 99 pack.
Right.
That thing was awesome.
Somebody needs to pass a law, you know. Man, I guess, you know, I think only Texas would have that 99 pack, and you got to give them credit for doing it. They made like news headlines by just coming out with a 99 pack of beer.
How much was it?
It's $99 for 99 beers.
So $1 a beer.
Yeah.
So you might as well be drinking Coors or.
Well, you can get 30 Keystones for $15, so.
That's what I drank in high school. I'm good.
I think it was a marketing. You know what? I think it was marketing genius. I just wish they had some brewing genius to go along with it.
Yeah.
Well, you can only have one at a time. You can't have both at the same time.
It's not like there's no good brewers in Austin. I'm sure there's good brewers in Austin.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, not far away, you got what is it? Revolution or Revolver Brewing Company.
I don't think I've ever had anything from Texas except for Lone Star. Oh, Shiner.
There you go.
Someday we'll get John Earhart on this show, who lives in Austin, in the beer industry expert. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him on this show one day.
Tito Beverage lives there too.
Who does?
Tito Beverage.
Don't know who that is.
He makes Tito's handmade vodka.
Interesting.
His last
Well,
name
you know-
is Beverage.
Okay.
He had it changed.
Nice. Well, you know, craft distilleries are making a big, surge in popularity too. It's not just craft beer. I'm seeing these distilleries coming around. So it might be definitely something to keep an eye on.
If you want vodka, that Tito's vodka is really good.
It is. I'll attest to it.
Anchor Steam does their own vodkas and gins and whatnot. I got a bottle of their hop vodka. It's really good.
Hop vodka?
Yes.
That sounds good.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Absolute should come out with one of their flavored vodkas like that. They've got the pepper, the melon, they got 20 different flavors. Why not a hop flavored vodka?
There you go.
So I don't think you guys were on here, and you guys don't really e-vape, but whatever. Anyhow, I've had this issue with finding juice that tastes decent when I'm drinking beer. So I found this company, Frontier Vapors, and they brew their own hop juice. So
have you ever considered just putting a couple drops in your beer?
Probably could.
Or have vapor people ever just tried putting drops in your eye, just to get a bigger nicotine fix immediately, instead of trying to smoke it,
like they do with the vodka and the ash.
Out of it anymore.
No, we have a really low nicotine, and as a matter of fact, we're at 6 now, and we're going to 3 when our next shipment comes in. It's all 3
Really?
milligrams. So it's so it's not even about the nicotine.
So it's not right. So I think Scott was referencing the vodka tampons. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about a nicotine tampon?
I'm good, thanks.
I go as high as 24 milligrams.
Yeah, that would kill me, because we went to this vape shop in Indiana, and we were trying out different flavors. They have different tubes you can screw onto the top of your mod and test them out, And we were there for about, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes. Somewhere towards the end of it, I remember starting to feel a little woozy, and I was like, wow, I think I'm kind of high off of this shit. I just been standing there vaping all the different flavors, and the guy was like, oh yeah, all of those are 12 milligram. What do y'all vape? And I was like, 6?
Wow.
And I honestly don't, try 60 flavors in 30 minutes. So I
12
think
18 is as low as I can actually go.
What is?
18.
What happens if you go lower?
That it doesn't do nothing. It don't do nothing.
What's your what do you use? Like an Ego?
Matter of fact, I am on the Horus model.
What's your Addy though? Is it a tank? What is that?
Yeah, it's a tank.
I think
Okay.
Scott's a good candidate for the nicotine juice tampon method.
There you go.
probably.
Next thing you know, I'm sitting there.
That's how I felt, and then I thought I might
Turn up here, TP.
Well, remember, in another few years, vaping will be made illegal by the busybodies, just
Right.
because they don't know why, but they just don't want to see people doing it. So that, you know what? Let's get out in front on that nicotine tampon market. That'll be the perfect item You know, that people can enjoy nicotine with.
So are guys sticking it up their butt then? It's a butt tampon?
You know, I don't know where they put it. I don't want to speculate, but I'm sure there's some orifice that I don't know.
It would be the anus.
I would put it in my mod and smoke the tampon.
Wow. That's a new one. What are you smoking? Tampon.
Well, can you make
Down the wrong hole.
what
The hop
happened?
juice looks like pot.
Can you add like some hash oil to that? Make your own like recipe?
Yes.
They actually have the different tips that you can do hash oils off of
Yes, they do.
them.
Why are you wasting your time with you know?
Nicotine?
Yeah.
It's not good enough.
Now that's an endorsement.
Right there.
It smells like pot.
It does smell like pot. It burns like fucking fire. Oh my.
Well, on an endorsement and Fringe, I mean, I can honestly say that I've seen an interview with Jim Cook from Sam Adams, and he said that he could not go on camera and say that he has honestly smoked hops.
He can't say it on camera.
Right. I'm like, well, you pretty much already did.
That's why
I'm
he
like,
said
That's why I'm not saying it.
That's one of those days where he's taken too much yeast with his beer.
Yeah. He's like, this totally keeps me sober. Not really, but
It